BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Police chiefs are raising significant concerns regarding the government's ambitious plans to overhaul sentencing guidelines, forecasting a potential surge in crime of up to 6% within the first year of implementation. These sweeping reforms, set to impact England and Wales, fundamentally alter the approach to minor offences, introducing a presumption against short prison sentences of a year or less. Instead, community sentences are to be favoured, and individuals currently serving time may find themselves released earlier than previously mandated. The underlying objective, shared by policing leaders, is to enhance rehabilitation efforts for offenders, with the expectation that this will lead to a reduction in reoffending rates in the medium to long term. However, Jason Davenport, the National Police Chiefs Council lead for criminal justice reform, has issued a stark warning. He anticipates a tangible rise in recorded crime, estimating an increase of between 4 and 6% across England and Wales in the immediate aftermath of these changes taking effect. This projected escalation translates to tens of thousands of additional crimes annually. A significant figure when considering that 6.6 million crimes were recorded in the year leading up to June 2025. According to official statistics, Davenport elaborated on this concern, stating, "We are expecting that, whilst the programs in the community are being ramped up by the probation service as part of the implementation plan to support offenders to rehabilitate, we expect, certainly in the short term, there will be an increase of offending." Echoing this sentiment, Gavin Stevens, the NPCC chair, acknowledged the long-term aspirations. The ambition on this from everybody is that over the medium to long term, if the new approach to rehabilitation is right, it should drive it down. But there's no doubt, in the short term, we're working on an assumption that there's going to be an increase. The scope of these reforms is broad, potentially affecting individuals convicted of serious offenses such as domestic violence or sex crimes, who might be among those released early or spared jail time altogether. To support the new sentencing regime, efforts are underway to recruit approximately 1,500 additional probation officers, a crucial step requiring dedicated training to bolster the chances of these reforms proving effective. The police, anticipating increased demands stemming from the changes, are actively pressing the government for substantial additional funding, in the range of £300 million to £400 million, to cover essential expenses like enhanced monitoring of offenders within the community. This direct intervention by police chiefs, unequivocally linking a predicted crime spike to government policy, represents an unprecedented stance. While the sentiment behind the sentencing bill and the focus on rehabilitation are acknowledged and supported by figures like Davenport, who has direct experience as a former prison governor, the issue of adequate funding remains paramount. He emphasized, "I do believe in the sentencing bill and I believe in rehabilitation, but it has to be properly funded." Similarly, Stevens reiterated the policing perspective. "We've all been in policing long enough to know that some of the things that help people stop offending or desist from offending are not going to be resolved by short sentences in particular. So that's a fundamental reason why we're supportive of this." However, concerns are mounting from organizations dedicated to protecting vulnerable individuals. Ellie Budd of Refuge expressed profound apprehension, stating, "The risks posed by domestic abuse perpetrators cannot be underestimated. With the sentencing bill set to create a presumption that custodial sentences of less than 12 months will be suspended, it is crucial that safeguards exempting domestic abuse offenders are consistently applied." Survivors' confidence in the criminal justice system is already at breaking point, and many tell us they receive inadequate responses from police when they report abuse. The government cannot afford to take decisions that will reduce the police's ability to effectively respond to domestic abuse. Adding to the complex landscape, prisons in England and Wales are facing severe overcrowding, a situation that prompted the new Labour government last year to implement a policy of early release for convicted offenders. Any subsequent increase in crime could present considerable political challenges for the governing party. The Shadow Home Secretary, Chris Philp, voiced strong criticism, declaring, "This revelation proves what common sense tells us. Labor's weak and reckless approach to sentencing means many more criminals will be out on the streets, where they will commit more crime. The police are telling us Labor's policy will make us less safe, and the government must change course. The long-term vision of reducing reoffending through rehabilitation has always held the promise of a corresponding drop in crime and the associated costs of continually incarcerating repeat offenders. However, the effectiveness of measures such as electronic tagging has been met with skepticism. A police source candidly observed, "Lots of faith is being placed in tags. There is a growing consensus in policing that tags are the emperor's new clothes. In the real world they don't work perfectly. There is a fair degree of failure and non-compliance." This sentiment is echoed in a recent House of Lords report, published this Thursday, which suggests that the reliance on electronic tagging is likely to double under the sentencing bill, while simultaneously warning of its potential ineffectiveness. The report, compiled by the Lords Justice and Home Affairs Committee, highlights the urgent need for increased funding for the probation service and criticizes the government's lack of a clear strategy regarding the appropriate application of electronic monitoring. The Ministry of Justice, the government department overseeing these reforms, has been contacted for comment, underscoring the gravity and far-reaching implications of these impending sentencing changes.